Assalamu alaikum, welcome everybody to the last part of module 2 of practical numerical methods for scientists and engineers. We will continue the last part of loops and conditions in MATLAB. So here we have if expression, we have while expression, and we also have for expression. So these are called loops because it will continue and performing the same firm condition again. So it will be if expression and then statements and then end. The only difference between MATLAB and Octave, here in Octave the loop ends with end if, while in MATLAB it ends with if. So we have different shapes or different according to the loop type. We can put if expression, then statement, then end. Okay, so the expression become true when the result is non-empty and contains non-zero elements, either logic or numeric. Otherwise the expression become false. So if I have only one expression to be tested, so we can use if expression then end. If you have on two conditions to be tested, so you can use if to be tested, else then end. If you have more than two expressions to be tested, then you can use if, else if, else if, else if, and you can continue else if until the last one, else, and then end. I think it's maybe you can find it not very clear, but in examples it will be more clear. Next examples. So let's take this example. Create Mfile to calculate the body mass indicator to tell or to inform the user what does the index mean using if condition in a function file. So we know that the body mass indicator is weight in kilogram divided by or overall height squared. So if the body mass indicator less than 18.5, then it tells the underweight body. However, if the body mass indicator is between 18.5 and 24.9, then it's normal body or average body. So if it between 24.9 and 29.9, then it's overweight. However, if body mass indicator larger than 29.9, then it is obese body. So we can try the two different. We can try if one statement end. Okay, so the software or the code will test each part. So test this one first, then test this one, then test this one. All we can make a continuous loop to test all using if, else if, and then else, and then end. So let's check how can we perform it. Okay, this is the first one. So I function. So now remember, in this function I didn't put output because I will use the output in if print if. So I will call it the recall the function again. So the result outside. So now here again remember we put a comment here. This is comment used to recall or to help me when I want you to know what this body or this function is used to. So function, then no output, just put the name, body mass indicator x, PMI x1, and then the inputs will be W and H. So H will be referred to the weight in W weight in kilogram, and H is the height in meter. Okay, so then I put the equation. The equation body mass indicator is weight overall height squared. Then let's apply the loop. If body mass indicator less than 18.5, then if print if your body mass indicator is, and give you the number. I don't, it's not important to put the decimal, so just 0 0, and this indicates an underweight body. Then here I want to put the body mass indicator end. So the MATLAB will check this first. If it body mass indicator below this value, so it will give underweight end. So this is the first statement, statement 1. Then he will check the another statement. The another statement says if body mass indicator is larger than 18.5 and less than 18.9, if print if your body mass indicator is, and put the value, and this indicates normal body end. Once you put if, you should everyone to put end. Okay, then if it's not true, he will check the third one. If body mass indicator larger than 24.9 and lower than 29.9, then if print if your body mass indicator is, and this indicates an overweight body mass end. If it's not true, so the software will check the last statement. If body mass larger than 29.9, if print if your body mass is, and this indicate overweight and end. So here remember that we put two ends because this ends for this if and this end for the function. Function should be by end. So once you save it, and then you can recall the function again, body mass indicator x1, and then put weight is the weight and put the height in meter. Then it will it tells me that your body mass indicator is 26, and this indicates an overweight body. So let's try this example again, but instead of using this if end, I will use else if. So here, this is a function again, the same function, okay? But here, what I did, if body mass indicator less than 18.5, so if print if, and put this sentence, okay, or statement. Now, else if. So if this statement is not correct, he will check the other statement. If okay, so go for the larger value, less than 24.9. If it's not correct, okay, then else if, check the other value. Then the last value we put else, and then end and end. Try it by your computer, by MATLAB, and see what will you get. So of course you will get the same value or the same result. Now we want to create Mfile. Okay, so here we will not create a function, we will create Mfile. Mfile means input file, okay, to show student name, show his grade letter using input function and if expression. So input will be the name, percentage, and course code. So this is the codes, okay. It's looks long codes, but it's easy. So this part is just its introduction, display, okay. So just I want to put like a head or titles for the function or the software or the program. So display this is to calculate student total scores and grade lettering course. then displays second line written by Ahmed Al-Khattat, and then display. So I need this line to make it pretty and clean. Then this is nothing, just keep space. I want to keep line empty. Then here we have the input. So we need three inputs. We need the student name, we need the another input, the course code, and we need score to put the total score. So here we'll start the loop. So we'll start from the smaller one, okay, because the software will check it first. So if score, and remember that score, if you put it here capital, it should be capital, so you should exactly the same. Okay, so if score less than 60, then if print f the final grade of s. Why you put s? Because it's string, it's name. Okay, it's name. Is, and then another string, this is the course, is f. So this is my name or the student name, and this is the course name. Suppose our string, our statement or our word. So then f, and here name and course. Else if, so check the higher one. The higher one, score less than 65, D. Less than 70, D plus. Less than 75, C. Less than 80, C plus. Less than 85, B. Less than 90, B plus. Else, so it will be A. So let's try it. Now when I apply the start port, run the software, so it will be this is to calculate. This is what the title I put, to calculate, written by Ahmed Khattat, and this is the line, and this is the space. So then he asked me the first question, what is the student name? I put Ahmed Al-Khattat, my name. So it gave me wrong. Why? Because this is string. So when you put string, you should put by single quotes. Only numbers you can put it without single quotes. So let's do it again. What's your name, or what's the student name? Ahmed Al-Khattat. So it's good. So what's the course name? It's also string. So it should be also between two quotes, single quotes. So okay, then insert the total score. So I put the total score as 89. So this is the answer, the final grade letter of Ahmed Al-Khattat in General Engineering course 300 SP+. Try to do it by yourself, you will find it interesting. Now let's take another interesting example. Create Mfile to calculate the labor payment according to the following rules. 100 real, Qatari Riyal per hour for the first 35 hours. Then 150 Qatari Riyal per hour for the next 25 hours. Then 200 Qatari Riyal per hour for the further hour, any further hour. Bonus. Okay. Now we can start by display. And then we want input. What's input? Input will be working hours. This is very important. So once you put the working hours, you can calculate the salary. So here 100 Qatari Riyal per hour for the first 35 hours. So if h less or equal 35, then calculate P is the payment, equal h times 10. Done. Then print f, the labor salary is too significant for the, and put the hours as well. Else if h is less or equal than 60. Why 60? Because I 35 plus 25 equal 60. So if h, so the MATLAB will check the first statement first. If it's not correct, he will check continue to the second statement. So else if h is less or equal than 60, then how to calculate it? So here I will put the payment. This is become payment, then I need the extra payment for the next 24 hours. So this 100 times 35, it will be 3,500. So plus 200, uh, plus 200 times h minus 35. I think I did a mistake here. Yes, I think I'm saying here should be 150, not 200. By mistake I make this instead of this. So for the higher I make it here 150. So this is by mistake. Okay. Uh, okay. So here should be 150. Sorry for this mistake. Okay, plus h minus 35. Why minus 35? Because this is the total h minus the first one that you already pay for it, and then the h labor salary is, and put the two significant Qatar Riyal and then put ph. Okay, else then we'll go for the higher one. So you will you will combine the salary for the 35 hours and the salary for the 25 hours and put them here, and then of course this should be 200. Okay, and then the extra payment times h minus 60. 60 is the previous two. Okay, previous to 2 hours you already paid for it, so it will give you then end. So now salary, once you run the program salary, this program is to calculate the labor payment written by Ahmed Khattat. Then working hours, I put working hours is 35. Then the software will tell me labor hour is 35, 300 500 Qatar Riyal for 35. Okay, so we finished if. Now we'll go for expression. Okay, now for loop is used to repeat the specified number of times. So it will not check it's correct or not correct. He will check specific number of times. For example, let's take very simple. For I equal 1 2 3 4 5, this is my statement, display I. So what will happen? So display I when 1, then we'll go again to 2, then we'll repeat again 3, then loop will go for 4, then loop will go again for 5. So it will be like this. Okay, of course if you work with Octave, you have to put 4 and 4. Okay. Okay, now let's try this example. For n from 1 to 10 and the space between them is 2. Okay, calculate n equal n squared and then display n. So first he will check 1. Okay, so this is what? It's 1 3 3 5 7 and 10. Okay, now he will start with 1. The square of 1 is 1, so then display 1. Then the second one is 3. 3 squared of 3 is 9, then display. And go on for 5 25, 7 49, and sorry, it will be here. Yes, 9, not 10. 9, it will be 81. Okay. Okay, now for let's do this example again, another example. So this is more complicated. For x equal 1 to 5. Okay, so it will be 1 2 3 4 5. Then find x equal x squared plus 3 multiplied by x plus 2 and display. So every time he will do this equation and show the results. So okay, if you want MATLAB to only show the last values, you don't want to show the previous values, okay, so you can put display out of the loop. So he will conduct the loop and then display only the last one, like this one, for x equal 1 to 5, and then put this equation in the loop and then display x. So the when you conduct or the run, so it will be only the last one. Again, for octave we put int 4. Okay, use for loop to calculate the factorial number. You know the factorial number for 5, for example, it will be 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. So it will be the factorial number of 5. If you want to factorial number of 3, it will be 1 times 2 times 3. Now, so the question here says want to calculate the factorial number used loop. Let's see how we wrote the script. First, n equal input, put the number to be calculated, then x equal 1. For I, we start with x equal 1, then for I, from 1 to n, okay, then calculate x equal x times I. Can you think how this can be calculated? How MATLAB can perform this one? So let's try it. So you know, suppose that we want to find the factorial number for 3. The factorial number for 3 is 1 times, sorry, I don't know why it's not working. Let's try it again. 1 times 2 times 3, okay, equal 6. So now we put the first x is 1, okay, this one, okay. For I, so where is I is 1 2 3. From I is 1 to n. 1, then he will check 1 first and then check 2 first, 2 the second time, then 3. So for I to n, x equal x times I. Okay, so x is 1 times I, this is I. Okay, so now x equal, x is 1, so we said x is 1, so x times 1, so it will be here the x will be 1. This is the first x. Then he will go for the second I. Second I is 2. So then 2 times 1 become 2. So this is the new x. New x. Then again we'll go for the third I. Third I will be 3. So 3 times x times I. So 3 times 2, it will be 6. Okay, so this is the loop to how it can be performed in MATLAB. So for example here, insert the number to calculate the factorial, to calculate its factorial, so we put 10. So display the I put it here between square brackets to be good, to be pretty looking. So the factorial number of 10 is, it gives me this number. Okay, and we tried another number 5, it gives me also another number. Okay, so we finished f and we finished 4. Now let's take while. So while loop is used to repeat when the condition is true. If the condition is not true, it will stop. So while expressions and statements and end, and in octave we put end while. So now use the while loop to calculate the factorial number. So it's not the same like 4. So now while n, first we put like input, put n like to be the number to calculate, and here we consider f equal n. You can say x, no problem. So f equal n. So now if we put in, for example, in if we put in 3, we put in, then f will be 3 as well. Okay, now while n larger than 1, then n equal n minus 1, and calculate f equal f times n, and then display this one. What does it mean? Let's check this. Now we put f equal 3. Okay, so and then n is larger than 1, yes, because n is 3. So n equal, so now here it's out of loop. Okay, so f is 3. خلاص, f equal 3. Okay, keep it here. F, oh sorry, f equal 3. Now the first n, okay, if n larger than 1, so n equal 3. N is the first n. Okay, 3. Yes, it's larger than 1. Then n equal n minus 1, so n become 2. Then calculate f equal f times n, so f become 6. Now if, so this is the first loop. Okay, second loop, if n larger than 1, yes, because n is 2, the last one n become 2. Okay, then n equal n minus 1, so the new n become 1, because 2 minus 1 1. Then f 6 times 1 becomes 6, so the last f equal 6. Okay, so this is the statements used for while. So when you try it, put the number you want to calculate the factorial number, then it will be shown like this. So also when you try it, it will give another one. You can try it and compare and try to understand the scripts, how we write the scripts, the logic behind the statements. So thank you so much. We finished module 2, and by this we finished the basics and mathematics of MATLAB. And in module 3 will start with numerical methods, how to use MATLAB and other like Excel calculator to solve roots of equations. See you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.